gang tackle. You cannot leave it up to one-on-one open plays and just letting people be left on islands, because people get left on skates out here in six-man football.
And Peters kick all the way to the 10-yard line where Hansen picks it up. He's going to lower his shoulder where he's met by a couple Trojans, carry that ball right out to the 25-yard line, and that's where Northern Valley will start their first possession.
Looks like we'll see how the Huskies start this one. Are they going to go to that speedster in Jeremiah Hansen, or are they going to try to catch the Trojans sleeping after that long bus ride? Maybe a little over-the-top action here.
So Kenton Tallheim will play quarterback right here. Quarterback cannot run. He's got to make a clear handoff or a pitch before he can cross the line of scrimmage. He'll take the snap there from Jason Cox, and they'll run an option over to pitch, and Hansen will carry it for 7. Good first play there for Northern Valley. Tackle by Peters.
Another key point to the six-man game is you're looking at 15 yards for a first down rather than a 10-yard first down here. So even though it's a 7-yard gain, they still got about 6 or 7 to go.
Quickly, they go back to the line of scrimmage. The snap is away, and here's Tallheim's going to hand it off to Kinderconnect deep. He goes through one-arm tackle, two-arm tackle, spins around the third, but he could not get away from the grasp of number 44, Dawson Lee, the 180-pound senior defensive tackle.
I like the play of Dawson Lee right there. He started on the backside in the hustle play all the way over to make that tackle. 3rd and 3, here's Tallheim. Fake the handoff to Hansen. He's going to roll right. Open in the flat is going to be incomplete as Kinderconnect was overshot. We'll bring up 4th down, and I'm going to guess that they're going to go for it. Coach Giphart just says, hey, settle down, make the pass, and let's make this happen. Maybe just a little bit of pressure there, not letting Tallheim get his feet set. That throw might have been a little off balance, which is what helped him kind of airmail that one over his intended receiver.
So Northern Valley will set now on a wide both directions. Preston up top, Kinderconnect on the bottom. Backs of Tallheim and Hansen surround Kenton. Toss back to Hansen. He can run with it now, and he will. He'll tuck it. He's got the first down. He's got a lot more than that. They're not even going to touch him. Touchdown, Huskies. Northern Valley's Jeremiah Hansen took that ball 43 yards, untouched, touchdown. It was nice, wasn't it?
That's what speed do, Clint. That's what we were talking about. The speedster, expect him to be big in this game, especially early on. He's not winded. You don't have to worry about your offense or your defense being gashed right now. A lot of these guys will play both sides of the ball, so they're really trying to break the top off of these defenses early on.
Another one of these intricacies that happens in six-man football is you got to kick if you want 2 points. So now they're going to line up Owen Hammond to kick the first one. It's away and good. Scrapes the bottom bar, but it goes in. Northern Valley quickly up 8-0. Aim. Line up the kickoff here is Kinderconnect. And deep for the Trojans, looks like it's number 15, but it's an onside kick, and the ball's still on the ground, and who's going to come up with that ball? We'll see what it is. The officials are going to dig it out of there, and they are going to say, Northern Valley football.
That's excellent hustle right there from Gavin Tallheim to get his nose in there on that ball. It looked like it was going to be secured by the Trojans, but just slipped out of the arms of the unfortunate Trojan there who landed on it. And Gavin Tallheim, like you said, he is an absolute unit when he's flying in around there, and he used it to his advantage this time.
So Northern Valley will start their second possession here inside Trojan territory at the 34-yard line. They'll go with that wide set once again. Kinderconnect here closest to us. Brody Preston on the far side yet to get a touch. Ball's handed back here is Gavin Tallheim. He'll go around the right end, stiff arm one man, and he's driven out of bounds by 2 Trojans. Peters with the first contact.
That was a good job by Peters to be there and help clean up that play after the good stiff arm there. If you're not there, you need that one guy to make the contact, but the second guy's got to be there to help clean that up before a play gets broken open.
The Trojans need to stand here and get a stop as they cannot let this Northern Valley train get rolling. Once again, here's a snap back to Tallheim. He's looking to pass, and that ball's going deep. Brody Preston out there all alone. Did he get 2 feet in? He get 1 feet in? He did not get any feet in. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Brody, I'm sorry, it's a long ways away. I couldn't tell.
He could not get the toe drag.
I'm sorry, your camera is still got a little fuzzy on it. Let me see here. You know, it's the old use your shirt trick.
Use your shirt, use your cloth, whatever it is we're trying to bring.
We'll try it again. 3rd down and 12 here. This one's back to Hansen. This one went for a touchdown last time. He makes the first guy miss. The second guy wraps him up. That was Phelps. Going to have him just short of the first down. Looks like 2 yards to go. It'll be 4th down for the Huskies.
It's going to be 4th and just about 2 yards here, so pretty short. I imagine they're going to try to just run this one up the middle and get a quick pickup here.
Back to Hansen. The ball goes. Into the flat is Tallheim. They'll flip it up to him. Picked off, and here we go to the races. Nobody's going to catch him if he can get through Hansen, but Hansen gets his arms around him and drops him to the ground. Big turnover there. Right there is the Trojans flip the field. That's the junior Austin Miller, 165 pounds. Picked that pass off, returned it to the 31-yard line, and they're back in business.
That's a momentum shifter type of plays that you want in this one before it gets carried away. You know, you're looking at a play like that. It could be a 2-point difference here if they can capitalize on this drive. Now they're in Husky territory.
First possession here for the Trojans as they line up, and they're going to line up in a tight formation. Under center they go with quarterback Austin Miller. He's the junior, 165 pounds. He turns and gives a dive right here, and Peters is met at the line of scrimmage by Tallheim and Kinderconnect. He might have mustered a yard.
Looks like he got maybe a yard or half a yard. I was looking over there at the chain, and the stick moved maybe a little bit.
Ross Cole over there running the down marker. We appreciate you back in the Valley as well. As Northern Valley goes with a 2-2-2 defense, I guess. Preston and Cox on the front line. Kinderconnect and Gavin Tallheim at the linebacker positions. Back in a tight formation here is the Trojans. Handoff goes on the outside to Dickerman, and he is driven back as well after a short gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 here for Tescott.
That was a good job by the green there, coming and helping on that one. The first contact as Dickerman made that contact, looked like he was going to keep going as he kind of ran through the tackle of Kinderconnect, but 2 other Huskies come in there and help clean that one up. Now
they've tried to run it a couple times here. Will they put the ball into the air? We'll find out what Coach Walker has in store for them.
Staying in that tight formation.
Pitch back, and this is Peters around the right side. Now he's going to throw back across the field to Dawson Lee. He's got some territory, and Kenton Tallheim will get it.
It's going to be close.
You know what that play looked like? If you were there last Saturday at Bill Snyder Family Stadium, that looked like the throwback they went to Will Howard, and he ran it to the left side for a touchdown. Worked for 10 yards this time here, too, and a 1st down here for the Trojans.
I like that play. I was wondering what they were going to draw up there as they stay in that tight formation where it was going to go back to, and it worked out perfectly that time.
1st and 15 from the 16.
Charlie Phelps, the center, is a sophomore, 205 pounds, anchoring that line here for the Trojans. Snaps it back here to Miller. They'll fake once. Now they'll go Peters. He tries to stiff arm, but no way Brody Preston's going to allow that to work.
Not this time. Gonna have to lay on a bigger stiff arm on Brody Preston if you want to get through him.
Nice to see him back. Of course, he was lost last year to a knee injury. That left knee is highly wrapped, and you know, as Coach Gippard says, he'll get to full speed, but it does take a while to learn to trust that knee.
Got one man split to the near side here for the Trojans.
2nd down, they're going to look to pass it this time. Miller open, and the ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage by Gavin.
Tallheim that gets his fingers on that one, which is a good play right there. I'm not sure if it was developing on the near side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a blitz called or Tallheim just found himself in momentum that direction. I've got a nice piece of plywood in my way. I couldn't exactly see it. I'll try and get better eyes for you here, but now once again, 3rd and 15. Are they going to play a little trickery one more time to try and get this Northern Valley defense to go all one direction and pull them back the other way?
15 for the 1st down and 16 for the touchdown here.
So Dickerman and Peters here to the right side. It'll be a quick pass out here to Dickerman, and he is wrapped up and hammered. Gavin Tallheim, Brody Preston, who I say it every time.
Say it every time. It's not. You're going to be calling those 2 numbers a lot tonight as
Bring up 4th and
there's a lot of active linebacker play. If Brody Preston's on the line, but Gavin Tallheim, he's just looking to swarm to the ball, whichever side it may be, and try to get his nose on that ball.
Big play here in this first quarter here for the Trojans on their opening drive. Or the second drive here. They're going to go kind of a swinging gate almost, Name. What do you think?
They go trips to the far side.
We'll see what this results in. The snap is going to go back to Miller. He's going to look in the flat. Now he'll go into the flat, and that's 44 Dawson Lee. The 180-pounder is going to cross the field where he's wrapped up and brought down by the Tallheim.
Picks
this
up
one
5 yards, but it's still not enough. It gives the ball back to the Huskies.
Northern Valley will take over on downs, leading 8-0 so far in this one, halfway through the first quarter.
Not enough for a first down.
So we'll see how the Huskies respond after the turnover in Trojan territory the last time they had the ball on offense.
They're going to go with a strong left formation here. Cox is at center. Preston and David at the guards. They're going to flip to Hanson, and he's going to go untouched, and I don't think they're going to catch him. He is one of the fastest kids in this side of the state, and he's going to have a long touchdown run of 65 yards on this total. It took me a while. I had to get my shoes off to count them out.
Count the lines there.
Great blocking along that front line there by Northern Valley as they swing it one way and then the cut back, and it's just gone.
It's just gone. Like you said, he's one of the fastest kids in the state. He places at the state track meet, and you know that's lethal speed from Jeremiah Hanson. So you cannot give him that edge.
Snap back, hold down by Hanson. The kick by Hammond is good. 2 for 2 for Owen Hammond, the sophomore. Northern Valley takes the 16-0 lead over the Tescott Trojans. We'll be back.
Kick on the way here. We'll see if it's another onside from Tallheim.
Gavin puts a foot into that one and drives him all the way back to the 5-yard line. Here comes Dickerman. And he's going to go to the wide side of the field where he's met by a couple of Huskies, but he gets through them both. And Brody Preston will drive him out of bounds, but there is a yellow hanky on the floor.
Back where he broke that tackle, perhaps there was a block in the back or a hold right there.
I did not see it, and neither did you, as our camera is still giving us a little bit of fits.
They are going to march him back.
Preliminary signal says holding on the Trojans.
With the hold, that'll push the Trojans all the way back to their own 14-yard line.
So Trojans will be, after a pretty good return there, back at their 14-yard line. Got some work to do. Some positives in that last offensive possession of there, but just could not muster up enough to score into the end zone.
And they're going to stay in that tight formation and see if they can grind this ball game into a low pace, because they need to slow down Northern Valley at the moment. Handoff will go to Dickerman around the right side. He's met quickly there by Gavin Tallheim. Wraps him up, tackle for loss as he lost 2 on the play.
And Gavin moved to the line on that one as they're giving Brody Preston the breather. Peyton David came in on that possession. It's nice to see the use of depth early in a game like this and early in the season. You're getting reps for guys, and you're saving them for late in the game that could be a bruiser.
Looks like also Owen Hammond in at the safety position, resting 2 senior starters in Hanson and Preston right now. Second down and 16. Northern Valley bringing the heat to the line of scrimmage. And Northern Valley, first hand on him was Cox, second hand was David, and they got him for a 0-yard gain again.
Trojans struggling to get that initial push off the line to get some room for their ball carriers here. We'll see if their coach can draw something up, Coach Walker over there, to maybe give them a little bit more breathing room, let his athletes get out there in the open field and make a move.
3rd and 16 after 2 good defensive plays here by Northern Valley. Hand is going to be ripped back, and they're going to throw the ball up in the air for grabs. Tallheim's going to settle under it, and he's going to try and take it back. He'll return that ball 10 yards, and Northern Valley will take over on the 12-yard line of the Trojans for their third offensive possession.
Plus, folks, they have a great convenience store. When you pull off the interstate, you can find about anything you want in the convenience store. If you're hungry, you can eat at the IHOP or run over to Sonic or maybe even Subway. It's all available at Mittens in Oakley.
Tallheim to throw into the corner for the center. Cox is no good. It'll bring up second down and goal from the 13.
If you can pick on one thing from the Huskies offense here early, it's their timing of Kenton and his receivers is just a little off in this one early on.
Kenton throws a beautiful ball, normally just off right now, but I do not think that that's going to last much longer. Owen Hammond split high on the far side. Nolan Kinnerconnect closest to the sideline near us. Snap back, hand off to Gavin. He'll put his nose down and try and run through a few. He runs through one, runs through two, but he could not run through Peters as he knocks him to the ground after a 4-yard gain.
Gets him to about the 9-yard line.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 from there. I know they can probably go back to where they get the ball to Hansen and he cuts back across the field, but we'll see what Coach Giphart draws up here.
This could be a big stop for the Trojans, deep in their territory. But early on in this game, if you go down 3 scores, that's a way bigger hole to come out of than 2 mentally.
Kinnerconnect off the right side of Tallheim, and he'll pick it right here. Run a little option. Inside option goes to Tallheim. So let me explain that a little bit as we hit the replay button. As the quarterback cannot run. Look at this. He's going to hand it to Kinnerconnect. Kinnerconnect's going to hesitate just a little bit, enough time to let Tallheim get out in front of him as a forward pitch. Looked like, and
the Chiefs-esque.
It did. I wanted to say Travis Kelce, but of course he didn't play last night. 4th down and 3. Northern Valley's got the ball here, trying to shove it into the end zone one more time. They're going to go big and bulky as they bring in all the seniors once again across that line.
It's going to be 4th and 3. They pitch it out to Hansen.
He's going to walk into the end zone. Jeremiah Hansen, I believe, has 3 touchdown runs where he's yet to be touched.
Yet to be touched, that's right. Keeping the jersey clean.
His
mom likes that. Way less laundry.
Spectacular. That's right.
Comes back out here for yet another.
Oh, you guys missed it because I didn't hit the right button. I'm not in mid-season form. You're going to have to trust us. Nobody touched him.
This is Gavin Tallheim lining up for the kick.
Oh, Owen made 2 in a row, and they relieve him, huh? Gavin's going to chip shot one, and it's going to be off to the left side. No good.
Maybe early on in the season they're still doing tryouts for who that kicker is.
It could be, as Northern Valley takes the 22-0 lead.
At Equity Bank, they mean more. More solutions for your finances. And
Kinnerconnect will chip shot over to the right as we try out yet another kicker, tracked down there by number 10, Stern. He's going to turn upfield, and he's got room. And nice spin move, ripped down by 1 foot there is Kenton Tallheim.
Kenton had him by the shoelace, or else we might have been talking about the first score of the game for the Trojans. That was a nice burst of energy there.
And they have had some explosive plays when they've been able to get out into some space. Northern Valley's done a great job on defensive, keeping them tight and keeping them contained.
Yeah, that's the struggle right there, is the spacing game. But like you said, open field, they've got athletes that they can put a move on you.
Certainly. They'll stay tight formation here. 1st down, 15 yards to go. They'll spin and give it a cross-buck look. And held down by one hand and brought him down is Brody Preston off of that left defensive end spot. He's working for the player of the game here tonight defensively.
Yeah, I think him and Gavin Tallheim have a maybe a little wager going on who's going to get the most tackles right now.
Well,
it's all them.
You know, the other 4 back here haven't really done a whole lot.
Haven't had a chance to, as it's just kind of been muddied up there at the line.
Swinging gate to the left as 3 go to the far side. Dickerman the backer behind him. Swinging out here. This play worked well earlier, and this is Lee. And he'll carry the ball for 7 or 8 yards and it'll be third down and manageable here for the Tescott Trojans as they need another first down.
And I think that's more what Coach Walker is looking for on that, is get those two guys out front on that trips formation to set that block. And the last time they were in it, they got a little too deep before the ball left the hand of the quarterback, and there was no one there to block for the guy who received the ball. But that time, they're getting it kind of down.
So the senior Lee over here closest to us, split near us, 180-pound senior, and he has not been the easiest person for Northern Valley to bring down.
They get Brody Preston to jump with the hard count.
Second quarter action will start with the Trojans having the ball with 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Before that break, I'm sure you guys remember, but before the break there, they got the Huskies to jump and get that neutral zone infraction, giving them 5 extra yards, leaving it just 3rd and 2 instead of that 3rd and 7 that they were initially looking at. So we'll see what they go with here. Looks like they're spreading out the field a little bit more. Like we said, they were working a lot better in that spacing, so they're starting to try to create that spacing more pre-snap.
On to the right side, hesitation, trying to get around Brody Preston. He will not do it. It doesn't matter what Carter Peters does on that right side. He cannot get around Brody.
Tried to put the shake on Brody Preston there, and he would not have it. Bringing him back to about 4th and 8.
4th and 8 at the 39.5-yard line. And I can smell that popcorn, Aim.
That's dangerous.
That's one thing that you don't have access to at home with us at Open Spaces Sports. I cannot provide the popcorn.
It's pretty good popcorn here in the Valley, too.
Absolutely. The junior class
again on the far side.
And junior class and Becky Delmont make sure of that. In motion, now they'll go to Peters. He's going to come through on a pass. That ball's going to be tipped and fall incomplete. Northern Valley will take over on downs.
I liked the design of that play, but there's just a couple of pieces that didn't quite connect. The motion block didn't connect the way that it wanted to, and then the pass, due to the pressure, because that block not hitting, kind of floated, and they missed their guy there. But that might be one that Coach Walker wants to go back to later on.
So Coach Gippard relayed his message in here to his senior field general, Kenton Tallheim. Where's number 11? And we're going to start wide. Haven't gotten the ball to Nolan Kinnerconnect yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we went to him right here, right now. And this handoff is to Hanson. He is touched once, touched twice, but it doesn't matter. They can't bring him down. Third man does. Peters got him after a 21-yard gain and a first down for Northern Valley.
Been a really efficient runner here tonight. About his 5th carry and his first one where he's gotten tackled. Or 4th carry and first one where he's gotten tackled before he got to pay dirt. So really nice play so far from Jeremiah Hanson here. Owen Hammond splits to the near side. Nolan Kinnerconnect on the far side.
Jason Cox has snapped back to Tallheim. Tallheim's going to roll back, and he's got time to throw. He hit Cox, and it's picked off by Dawson. And it'll be back over to the Tescott Trojans. Not the way Kenton wants to handle it. That ball went right through Jason's hands. Dawson's Lee, the senior, picked it off. Back to the Trojans it goes.
Yeah, maybe let him just a little too much there, but tough break as it's off the hands of the receiver. That's another rule, though, in 6-man, is everyone is eligible, so you can't say that those linemen have the stone hands that we used to say.
You can.
You got to be ready for it.
Back in tight they go. This one will go back to Peters, and he'll try to get around the right side. Gavin knocks him down, and so did Brody Preston.
Nice job by them getting the edge, but the Huskies are just right there. Good job swarming to the football.
As fast as Northern Valley is across these 6 players here, I think you really got to attack right at the heart of them. They haven't tried too much trying to get up the field quickly. Trying to go sideline to sideline hasn't worked out very well. They did get them on a couple of misdirection plays. Trying to make some offensive consistency happen. Here's the Trojans. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. They try it now. Peters hit hard, but the senior's going to try and drag a couple Huskies, but he can only muster 2 yards.
They're just not catching the Husky defense on their heels, like you said. Got to get them off balance.
3rd down here. And 8 yards to go.
Trojans in this first half have not found themselves in very many short stick situations on these third downs.
They're going to split to the high side. That's Dickerman. Looks like a blitz is coming from Kinderconnect now. He'll back up, and Jason Cox jumps off sides again.
Second time the hard count has got it for them, making it from third and about 8-9 and then making it third and short here. So we'll see if they can utilize that mistake by the Huskies this time.
You talked about they were behind the sticks most of this game. This puts them in third and manageable. You got plays in your playbook that you can get this first down right here.
They line up with a split receiver yet again.
Miller, the junior, under center. He'll fake one way. Now he's going to let it fly to Dawson Lee, and it goes off of his hands and incomplete. That ball was in a nice place for a first down. He just couldn't bring it in.
It was a nice place there, and it was a good job setting his feet. He actually had time to throw. Pretty clean pocket there, as clean as you can get in about a six-man game like this, but just could not connect with the big senior.
Fourth down, they look like they might be in punt formation here.
Trying to flip the field.
Carter Peters looks to be doing the punting duties. Northern Valley sends nobody deep, and they will punt the ball. Heck of a
excellent punt.
Let's see here.
That's 10, a field
20,
flipper right
30,
there, down
40,
to the 6-yard line.
6-yard line, and he was on the 24. Do your math there. That's a 50-plus yard punt.
Impressive.
Very nice punt there by Peters.
And that is why punting is important right there. You go from being, if you give the ball back to the Huskies where you are right there, they're looking at a 25-yard chance to score. Now they've got to march down the field from their own 6-yard line.
So Northern Valley has given him the ball here a couple times. Maybe he's going to try and say, hey, we are still in this ball game. All we need is another turnover, another stop.
They really are. In these six-man games, they could break open either way as fast as you can blink your eyes.
Hansen ripped down by Dawson Lee that time as Tallheim let his block loose a little too early. A nice gain on the play of 4.5 yards there for Hansen, but it'll bring up second down and 11. Looks like a substitution coming in. He's going to run in Gavin Tallheim, the sophomore.
For Peyton David. Oh, Peyton will run back out. We'll give Jeremiah Hansen the breather.
Gavin, the 6'1" or 6 foot, 165-pounder out there, is going to immediately go into the tailback position.
Got a little more meat out there this time.
Hand off to Kinderknecht. They're going to run the option. He's going to keep the ball and turn upfield. Peters is – no, that's not Peters. That is number 10. Joey Stern, the 145-pound freshman, pulls him down after a short gain. Is going to bring up third down, 4 yards to play. This defense here by the Tescott Trojans hasn't given up yet.
It's been bend, don't break. They've given up the explosive play too many times in this first half, but they haven't given up just time and time again massive chunk yards. It's been the ones that break open and the explosive plays that they need to limit. But so overall, not bad.
Pitch back to Gavin. He's going to try and run for this one. Dawson Lee's got him by the shoestrings. Where's the spot going to be?
The far side, ref, it looks like it's going to be good, but we will see.
We might have to bring out the sticks. And it looks like, no, we're going to say first down. Helped us out so that we could bring these again, including the Northern Valley School System and Board of Education, USD 212. We want to say thank you. First down here for the Huskies. They'll hand back to Hansen, and he's going to be wrapped up after a 3-yard gain. Good tackle there as Peters got him.
Like you just said, this is just one of the 4 games we get to bring you, and we've got some fun ones on the slate at Open Spaces here this year. This one against number 5 Tescott, and then Ingalls is the next one that we get to bring you to another ranked matchup going into that one. And then, of course, they try to get their revenge against the Cheylin Cougars later in the year.
Kinderknecht going to run the option here. He's going to have a late pitch behind. Hansen's going to go back for the ball and cover it up, but they're still going to get 5 yards on the play. It'll leave him with 3rd and 6 yards to go for a first down. Good, smart play by Hansen just jumping on that ball.
Yeah, it's always tough when your momentum's going forward if you try to scoop that ball up and keep going, and usually bad things happen, and you end up with a turnover. So good heads-up play there by the senior.
Northern Valley already had 2 turnovers so far on the night. Don't want to make it a third here. Want to punch this one into the end zone. Tallheim's going to drop back in a passing formation here. Nobody's there. Nobody's in any kind of a lane. Into the middle, that ball was caught, dropped, caught. Incomplete pass. Cox let it go through his hands.
And that's one. I imagine that they will go to the air on this one. Brody Preston split out on the short side. Nolan Kinderconnect to the far sideline.
As they kind of double shade Kinderconnect. Now that pitch back to Hansen. He's going to pick up the first down with one guy miss, and he does drive it for an 8-yard gain and a first down there for Northern Valley. That's kind of like a security blanket,
That's
isn't
just
it?
hard to stop. I mean, that's like the 6-man version of a quarterback draw right there. As Jeremiah Hansen, we know, we don't see him throw obviously near as much as Kenton does, but he has an arm on him, and he is able to put that ball in the air on design plays, that's for sure.
You know, there's been a lot of good Northern Valley backs over the years. Most of them played in the 8-man game, but Jeremiah Hansen ranks right up there with some of the speedsters and some of the power backs that we've seen here at Northern Valley over the years.
Might be one of the fastest.
And that's saying something. Gavin Tallheim off the left side will make the first guy and the second guy miss. 10-yard gain on the play for first down there for Northern Valley for the sophomore.
Yeah, good job by Gavin there, putting his foot in the ground and getting upfield, picking up those extra yards there at the end.
9-yard gain on the play.
Northern Valley sitting at 2nd and 6. Substitution back in here as they're rotating the backs through. Strong right formation. Cox, David, Preston. David pulls and kicks out on Dawson, and it's going to be a 4-yard gain there for Kinderconnect. No, excuse me.
Short.
Excuse me, that's Hansen.
Nice blocking on the
Going to leave him with about a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2.
So what do? Do we line up in quarterback sneak?
Well, you can't do that.
You can't do that one. I wonder what the equivalent of quarterback sneak is in 6-man.
I think you just go power.
Just
Right.
go power. Maybe Hansen jumping over the pile. They're going to go 4 down linemen as a quick one here to Kinderconnect. He's going to make 1 miss. He's going to make 2 miss. He made 4 miss. What did he do? He came into the middle of that defense, did a little dipsy-do, and he split them all for 6.
Absolutely something out of nothing there from Nolan Kinderconnect. The shiftiness there, dancing, dipping, and diving in the middle of that defense. We'll see if I picked it all up. I got it with it. There we go. Good job by him keeping that low center of gravity, not getting pushed around, and taking it in 4-6.
Owen Hammond back to kick this extra point. 2 for 2. Will he make it? 3 for 3. This one's going to be just short. It was blocked by a Tescott Trojans hand in there. And so that'll lead to 28-0. Tescott is trailing Northern Valley. And this one will be back in 60 seconds with another kickoff.
Defense is scratching their heads.
I mean, if you know the Kinderconnect name and you know Northern Valley, you know a lot's happened. His dad, state champion quarterback.
And this one will go out of bounds. Smart there by number 15. That's James Dickerman letting that one go out of bounds. So there's a couple of options they get to do. They can re-kick this one here. They can take it from the 25, or they can move it up. I don't remember if it's 5 or 10 from the spot of where it goes out, but I imagine they'll probably take it from the 25.
That's good insight there by fellow Stripes, right?
Yeah.
That was good, man. So I want to know, kind of test your knowledge. Everybody kind of knows that. Everybody kind of knows that Lance won a state title as a quarterback for Northern Valley in the early '90s. But did you know Nolan's older brother, Caden?
Yeah. He was
Caden?
a freshman when I was a senior.
He's a freshman when you were a senior. Well, he's pretty happy you gave him the ball because he is the #1 in all-time rushing stats as a Northern Valley Husky.
That was not us giving him the ball when we were there.
Well, he made a lot of work in 3 years.
Caden was a gamer, and he put a lot of teams on his back his sophomore through senior year.
So great to have Nolan. He gets to kick this one again as he'll kick it deep to this one, and it is in the middle there by Stern. He's going to turn and go up the middle. Gavin had him once. Kenton got him twice.
And it was a good move overall to elect to re-kick. They get the ball after that one, and they're going to start in Husky position here at the 36-yard line.
Defensive substitutions again across that defensive line, trying to keep everybody fresh. Peyton David now on the defensive line with Gavin Tallheim. Linebackers of Cox and Kenton Tallheim. Safeties, Kinderknecht and Owen Hammond. Into the shotgun they go this time.
Yeah, kind of a pistol look here.
Snap goes back to Miller. He's going to try and air one out. He does. This one will go off the hands of Dawson Lee and fall incomplete.
And I think he heard the footsteps of Peyton David on the backside, which made him get rid of that ball a little bit quicker than I believe Dawson Lee was ready for him to.
And Peyton had one big sack to start the game last week and was trying to get his second on the season there. Second down, 15 for the Trojans.
The Trojans are really close on that connection with Dawson Lee and their quarterback here, Austin Miller. But they have not quite been able to sync up on their timing.
Miller back under center on this second down and 15. Turn and the give is to Peters, and he's got some room. And
puts his shoulder down and gets an extra 3.
Open field tackle there made by Kinderknecht.
And that's what they've been looking for that whole time, kind of the line to wash down and get that backside run there. And that's kind of their bread and butter. Talking to a couple of people before the game, and that's what they've been looking to do against the Huskies here this entire time. So maybe they're starting to wear down the defense perhaps a little bit and find something.
Either that or Gavin absolutely gambled on that one and trying to cut in.
That's probably more right.
And Dawson Lee put him inside and just there was no edge to set.
It's hard to get out of the hands of the 180-pound senior there.
They'll go right back at him, and what a track down there by Kenton. He snuffed that one out from the beginning and made tracks right to the B line of Peterson where he drilled him short of the first down.
That's going to leave him with about a 4th and 5.
Kenton came from that weak side linebacker position and just hammered him.
Yeah, he had a little head of steam going there.
Kenton, they got him weighed in at 149. He must have been soaking wet, but he brought the wood there.
Watch the ball.
We'll see what they draw up on this 4th and 5.
Flip back to Peters. He's looking to pass, and Peyton David in his face is going to cause the incompletion, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Not to be fooled there. A little trickery. They were trying to get it to Carter Peters. He was trying to throw it to. We'll see who he was trying to go to on the replay here, but Peyton David just dominating the blocker, not having any of that.
Nice play by Peyton. Turns it back over to Northern Valley with 2:02 to go in the second quarter. Northern Valley up 28-0. Tight formation, strong right. Handoff is to Kinderknecht. He's going to the option. And now he's going to look, and now he's taken down on the backside by number 10.
And might have got a little lucky there as he looked like he was trying to do another late pitch on that one where his pitch man was nowhere to be found as after he cut that one back upfield. And sometimes it's best just to take the little bit that you got.
I think that's a good comment there, Aim, is there's nothing wrong with a 6, 7, 8-yard gain and not risk any more. Just go get your chunk plays when they come to you. Tallheim back. He's going to loft this one up here for Cox. It's going to be underthrown, and it'll be incomplete.
Hey, it's football is a game of inches, and even though 6-man can feel kind of like a track meet and that you need to hit those explosive plays, at the end of the day, it's still football, and positive plays are positive plays. You're just trying to build up on those things and wait for that defense to make a mistake and you break it open. So nothing wrong with that play, and they find themselves now at about a 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11. Dickerman got into the quarterback's face on that last play. Now he's got to go mark Kinderknecht on the high side.
Looking to pass this
Tallheim
one
quickly. Kinderknecht is going to drag him for a first down. Nice play by the senior Nolan Kinderknecht. They're going to get a first down on that 3rd and long opportunity.
Just a big man play right there from the senior. Excited to come back, and he wants to let people know, hey, I'm earning this spot on this team. I may be a new face, but you're going to remember me.
That pass, good for a
First down here for Northern Valley. Jason ready to kick it back, and he does. Low snap this time. Quickly, they'll flip it to Brody Preston, his first touch of the night. 4 yards and a cloud of dust.
That was an interesting play.
Looks like a broken play.
I was trying to think if it was designed to be kind of that shovel pass, and it got a little discombobulated.
This is the replay. I don't know. He was just kind of standing there, huh?
Yeah. I think it was probably supposed to be maybe a shovel.
A shovel option anyway.
Tallheim rolls out, puts this one at the feet of Kinderconnect. Got to get that one up and hit him on the numbers.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
They've had a little bit of a hard time hitting people on those rollout passes, not setting those feet and getting that ball on the dot.
It's a little bit of anxiousness, just wanting to get that ball out there because he knows he's open and he just wants to rip it.
And I mean, that's a tough throw. You're a little off balance. You got to rely more on that arm instead of your entire body, and it's all about timing and hitting that window.
So as all the Huskies peek down into their wristband, we could have some interesting play call here. Up high is Kinderconnect. Closest to us is Brody Preston. They'll kick it back to Hansen. He's surrounded by 2 players, and he's going to take off to the left side, run right over number 15, but 15 gets him out of bounds. That's Dickerman.
It was a nice job by Dickerman pinching that sideline and not giving Hansen any breathing room over there because he does not need a lot to turn that thing up and take it all the way to the house.
It's 4th down, 7 yards to go. 38 seconds left in this second quarter. Split them out once again.
This play right here is a little bit of a momentum builder for either team going into the half. And
the blitz, Dickerman all over him, but a nice ball for Kinderconnect is just out of his reach. Turnover on downs. Good defensive stand there by the Tescott Trojans.
Just enough pressure from Dickerman that he felt off the edge right there to make him put a little air underneath that pass.
Turnover on downs, and that leaves 25 seconds here on the clock. See if they can get into the end zone here before halftime.
Might need to make a little bit of magic. Might need to get into their bag of tricks and can't really grind this one out with only 35 seconds left.
Come on, defense. Watch the ball.
Now this
go back into that.
This flanker's a little bit wider than he has been. See if it shows something a little different. They're going to hand off. Peters is going to try the left side this time. What a hit by Owen Hammond.
Yeah, there was a thump on that one on that counter look. Looked like it was going to be a big play initially by Hammond.
Owen Hammond stands 6'1", 170 pounds. The sophomore brought the wood and is a heck of an athlete. Just tough to get on the field with all the seniors above him.
Yeah, he's going to be a huge part of this Husky team for a couple of years to come, though. Tallheim almost gets a pick right there. Sniffed it out. Couldn't bring it in, though, as they were looking for Dickerman. And that's going to take us to the halftime break. Huskies up 28-0 over the Tescott Trojans.
Beautiful straight lines. Beautiful playing surface and Northern Valley football. It is fall in the Valley.
We'll see what changes perhaps were made there at the halftime break as Gavin Tallheim lines this one up to kick it. We'll see if they try to catch him sleeping after a long break here, if he goes deep with it. He does give it the boot.
Running that one down is the quarterback Miller, as he's going to try and get around the left side.
The kicker.
Tallheim squares him up and drops him.
Brought down on the play by Gavin Tallheim, Kenton Tallheim, Peyton Davis.
So they'll start this second half on the 20-yard line. First down 15 for the Trojans, who had some success getting the ball into their senior receiver's hands, number 44, Dawson Lee.
Yeah.
See if they can make that happen early here in this third quarter.
They started to get a little bit of movement there, but just couldn't chain a couple of plays together to really start rolling.
That was a lead left, nowhere to go. Tallheim wraps him up after a 2-yard gain. It's tough to be a power football team in 6-man football.
That is true. You do not really have near as many bodies up there that you can put on people. And there's just a lot of field. It's kind of a different look than you usually see. A lot of people are trying to spread you out, but if done well, you can manhandle a team pretty good there and catch an edge.
They're going to drop back, and he's going to find Dawson Lee wide open again.
That's the look they were
He brushes the side off of Owen Hammond.
He tapped the sideline over there. They call him down at about the 36. But a heck of a play, a heck of a catch, and almost an even bigger one there. And that's the connection they've been looking for.
So a 24-yard gain on the play gives a first down there for the Trojans. It kind of was a delay as Dawson was on the right side of the line there, made a block for a little bit and then delayed out as the first guy on the left cleared everybody to the right. He snuck over to the left, and Hammond was fooled just for a little bit. See if they can keep this magic working. He's going to hand off on a quick dive this side into Peters, dropped by Peyton David after a 3-yard gain.
Peters for a short carry, brought down on the play by Peyton David.
Peyton David doing a nice job while he's in on the line there, putting in some good minutes for the Huskies.
Second and 12.
This is probably some of the better depth that Coach Gebhardt has had on one of his 6-man teams, able to rotate some people in and out. He's always had at least a good starting 6, but the ability to kind of bring guys on and off, especially in a game where you're just constantly running. They're going to get number 44 here for the false start. That's Dawson Lee, trying to get a little bit of a head start there on his block. They're going to have to march him back 5 yards.
So at that, they're going to drop him back. It'll stay second down. Now it's 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16.
Putting them behind the sticks once again. Peyton David, Jason Cox on that defensive line. Currently, Tallheim boys at linebacker. Ball will be faked off. Now Miller's going to try and throw. It's out here in the flat. Goes through the hands
too high
of Peters. Knocked down by Tallheim. And Coach Gebhardt did have something for Gavin there. You have to watch what you're doing against a receiver this year in Keisha rules. That's one of the points of emphasis this year is not hitting a defenseless receiver.
You got to make sure.
It could have got a 15-yard penalty on that one.
You got to make sure that you get your hands up or you got to wrap them up. You can't go in with your shoulder. Probably missed the call. Got lucky with that one. Good job by Marvin, though, cleaning it up, making sure it doesn't happen again.
Nice pressure by Cox and David, and they'll fling it out to Dawson in the flat, and the Tallheim boys wrap him up for a 2-yard loss on the play.
Short pass is complete, but behind the line, they're going to lose a couple more yards.
4th down, 18 yards.
18. Tackle on the play by the
And if you look back on this drive, that kind of that false start was pretty unfortunate. We'll see if they can get a big chunk play here, but they kind of had them on their heels. It seemed like the first time for the Huskies here, marching down the field, and then that kind of took the wind out of their sails.
Trips here to the near side. Dickerman in the flanker position. He's going to go in motion across the formation. Snap back, and they're going to toss back to Peters. He's looking to pass, and he's going to now have to tuck it, and he's hammered by Gavin Tallheim for a 1-yard gain, and that will be turnover on downs. Northern Valley will take it back. Can't play that any better, Aim.
It was an impressive tackle there from the sophomore. We'll see if I got it in the frame. It was down at the bottom there. I don't know if I can see it underneath this stuff. I couldn't move fast enough. I was waiting for the pass. He tricked me.
Sorry, Gavin. It was great. You'll have to believe us.
Yeah. Just added to the stat sheet another great tackle there from the sophomore.
Splitting wide. The far side, Brody Preston. Closest to us, Nolan Kinderconnect. Snap back to Tallheim. Now hand to Gavin. Flips back to Hanson, and he's going to get 10 yards on the play. 2nd and 4.
The last second pitch from Gavin Tallheim there with the defender around his legs. Pays off.
Yeah, tough call for the line judge there, right? You gotta pretty much stay even with the ball the best you can because there's a lot of those laterals. It could be forward. That one was slightly backwards, but it was on the line.
We had a good look at that one here as it was pretty well on the 40-yard line in line with us. But, yeah, you gotta
You got to move.
You got to be ready for that one.
Handoff this time to Hanson. He's going to tuck it and going to try run through players. He runs through one, but he's taken down by number 12, Austin Miller, the 165-pound junior, on after a gain of 7 and a first down here for Northern Valley at the 21-yard line.
Jeremiah Hanson continues his excellent night of efficient running here. I don't know if he's had a run yet for less than 7 yards.
I can guarantee his average is he's got a 65-yard touchdown run and a 55-yard touchdown run.
It's probably double digits for sure.
And he's kind of like a horse, man. It looks like he's just galloping through everyone, doesn't he?
He's smooth for sure.
He'll ride. Northern Valley will ride him once again as they're going to pitch out to him. He's going to follow the lead block of Kenton Tallheim. That's a great tackle.
That's number 20,
Carter Peters.
Peters sneaking in behind the
replay that one
of Kenton Tallheim. Snuck right in there. And
he's in the middle linebacker position, but look at him flow.
Heard us talking up Jeremiah. Wanted to put an end to it.
Great play by Carter. Maybe Jason could try and block him instead of whisper in his ear next time.
They split out wide again. Same formation they've been going into. This time back to pass. A dart from Kenton. And a non-contact.
Well, he bounced back better than I thought he would.
Jason gets up quick. You hate to see that when someone kind of buckles like that and there's no one around. That sometimes spells disaster, but luckily he was quick to get up, and hopefully it's nothing too serious right there for Jason Cox.
It felt like it was a little uncomfortable even up here. Northern Valley is in the third down. 11 yards to go. So they'll go bunch formation here to the left. Hand off to Kinderknecht. He's going to weave around the first pass, and he's going to cut back across the field where he picked up a block from Brody Preston. Now he'll make his way to the right side. Fight and drag. First down.
The effort from
Nolan Kinderknecht.
The effort from Nolan Kinderknecht on his touches, though they've been limited compared to a lot of the other ball carriers, have been nothing short of amazing in this game. He's been stopping on a dime, but he's also, starts with that finesse, but he's able to put the power moves on there at the end and fight for that extra yardage, and you love to see that as a coach.
Well, if it takes 4 different players to go and touch Nolan Kinderknecht to bring him down, that's a lot of the team there.
That's a lot of
Two-thirds of the team trying to drag him down. Finally gets him down. Northern Valley first and goal on the 5-yard line. Off to the left, he'll go with Hanson. He'll try and run through one, and they're holding him down, but he's going to try and drag him.
Probably bounced that one out a little too much there, as it looked like the gap was more inside. That's a tough read when you're down there. It's easier to see from up here in the box, of course. 4 yards to go before they find pay dirt.
And they'll bring in Owen Hammond now. Coming off is Brody Preston. They'll probably split wide. Maybe some razzle-dazzle as Hammond is the backup quarterback.
No wide split here.
No wide. I would have thought that they'd have gone wide with Hammond. Heck of an athlete in his own right. Snap back to Tallheim. Here we go. Quick pitch to Hanson. He's going to get through one, but the second tackle is going to get him. That's Peters again.
Peters has done a really nice job working that middle of the field right there, not letting Hanson have too much room, because if you give him breathing room, that makes you pay. We've seen it at least 3 times this game with those 3 touchdowns.
And hats off to these boys from Tescott. They are not giving up.
No, they are not.
28-0, they trail, but they are giving Northern Valley fits here in this third quarter as they've been held scoreless.
3rd and 3, Huskies will try again, going back to the drawing board this time. They give the ball to Kinderknecht.
Dives in, dives out,
and
spin around, touchdown, Huskies!
I didn't know from up here if it was going to be quite enough, but it spin move, he gets the ball across, breaks the plane, and it's another score for the Dogs.
And look at this, a quick feed here by Kinderknecht. He dives in once, and then he probes it back in.
And you see right there where he puts his foot in the ground and he cuts upfield. And sometimes, as the ball carrier, you just got to know, you know what, I need to put my nose down and I need to get those yards.
Extra point coming at us. This is Owen Hammond once again kicking the extra point for 2 points, and this one is off to the left, no good. Good leg into it.
Just hit it fat.
That's hilarious aim. Doing the kicking duties this time around, looks like Gavin Tallheim. Whistle is blown, and he's going to drive that ball deep. And this is Dickerman's trying to keep that one. Misses, sheds Peyton David. He's not going to shed Kenton Tallheim. Throws him down on the 15-yard line. That's where they're going to start.
Kind of a scary look there, though. If you were the Trojans, you wouldn't think that there's a chance for the Huskies to recover that when it's that deep of a kick, but he kind of muffed it off of his shoes. A little bit of a shoe shiner, I would say.
A shoe shiner. It's been 6 months or so since we've heard it.
Happens a lot less in football. So they will start on their own 15-yard line, trying to still look for that first score of the game.
Dawson, Phelps.
Flip it outside to
on that line.
Peters. Just the entire group of Huskies there in on that one.
5 out of the 6 Huskies had hands on him when he went down.
You talked early on in this one that Coach Gebhardt said that he wanted to see more effort out of his team, and I think his words have resounded amongst the group.
He was pretty adamant about it pregame, trying to get his Huskies to be aggressive, which you wouldn't have thought with this senior-laden class that would be an issue. But he wanted more. Nothing wrong with that from a coach, right?
Well, that's probably wise on his part. He sees that schedule, and he knows that they've got those ranked opponents coming up, this being one of them.
Pass for Miller's looking for Dickerman. He's going to catch him on the
ball
back
here.
shoulder.
Does he get both feet
and
in?
It's going to be caught.
I think he
caught it.
I don't think I caught it.
Oh, we'll find out. We'll hit the replay. But it's going to be, we've got a flag on the field. As of right now, we've got a gain of about 20 yards. And you're right. Your cameraman skills need some help here. Second down, 22 yards to go. Trips formation to the right side. Dickerman in the flanker. They're going to go across the formation here. They're going to toss to Peters. He's in the end zone. He's going to be sacked for a safety.
Did he get it off?
And it's
They're going to say he got the pass off. No good there. Brody Preston, though, smelled blood in the water, pinned his ears back. Before that play even started, look at him right there.
He could smell it. He knew where he was going. He cut the distance right at him.
Kind of a suspect formation with those defensive linemen who have just been dominating for the Huskies.
So now it's third down and 22. Unless you're looking at Ross Cole across the way. He's still got second down, right?
He does.
That's all right.
Looks like blitzer coming, but they get the offense to jump with
we'll see here.
With the look.
As the White Hats coming towards us, going to give us a preliminary signal of dead ball. False start against the Trojans.
So
we'll repeat the down. It's half the distance once again.
They did 5. So that's why I was going to ask, is it half the distance or not?
Well, they're on the 10. Yeah, you're under the 10-yard line. It's got to be half the distance. So 15, that's 25 yards to go. Third and 25. Looks like Northern Valley might be coming to blitz, and they do. Jason Cox is going to mate him at the line of scrimmage. That ball's going to be down right there. He got a sack into it with that blitz.
And it's what I just said. They smell blood in the water with the Trojans got their backs up against the wall right here. They're going to bring a lot of pressure. If they can get something where they get a ball off quick out to Dawson Lee here, that.
Yeah, 4th and 28. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there. Right. I thought you were going to be done. The good punter looks like he's going to go after it. Cox tries to go block it, but it's going to land here about the 20-yard line, 22-yard line, and call it dead there.
Not able to get as much spin on that one with the
by
pressure
Eli.
coming.
Eli did, and that one, and Northern Valley will take it over in wonderful field possession.
The Huskies will take over.
Coach Giphart going to stick with this, with the starters here, up 34-0 with 1:58 to go here in the third quarter. Kenton goes into the huddle, letting them know where he wants to go as the defense has come up to a almost a four-man front now for the Trojans. Backer there is Nolan's got it. Kenner connect. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Nice move there by him. Now he's going to try and go through him again, and he'll be wrapped up and dropped after a beautiful 5-yard play. And Northern Valley will get it here, second down and 10 yards to go. Snap back and a good one there by Cox to Tallheim. He's going to roll right, flip it to Gavin, and he's hammered. Nice hit by Dawson Lee.
Off I-70 and Highway 40.
That's awesome. You know when you're in the crow's nest, and here's going to be the handoff to Brody Preston. Kaboom, kaboom. He's going to lower his head and get another 5 yards.
The bruiser of this Husky team right there was, he looked like he was wanting to make some contact.
So
sending it.
So now it's a mainstay in the six-man game, the kick. So it looks like we're going to shoot.
I mean, if you get someone who can make this, it's a 2/3 of a touchdown.
16-yard game, a 16-yard kick on its way now. It's blocked at the line of scrimmage, and it's short. And the Tescott Trojans hold them on defense. They'll get the ball back on the 16-yard line.
We'll see if they can get a little bit of something
Let's
going.
see if they spot it correctly. It's a tough one.
They get it where it was.
They get it where they spot it. Where the holder is. Did you know that?
No, I thought it was where you snapped it from.
Nope, where you hold it from. All right, new formation here for the Tescott Trojans. They're going to swing two people here to the close side, Peters and Dickerman. Miller quickly, Dickerman's got it in the flat, trying to cross the formation, is wrapped up by two Huskies. Cox and Tallheim make quick work.
Unfortunate work there, but it's tough if you're Dickerman right there, trying to just find that space, but you want to make sure that you're just continuing to go forward. Once you start heading backwards, and these Husky defenders, the way they're flying around,
apparently
they're giving them a play.
They're giving them an untimed down.
Or are they saying there was 1 second on?
Maybe. So, sorry, Pathway, we'll get back to you. Miller's going to go into the end zone, going to try and throw across his body to nobody in particular, and that'll be incomplete. Now we'll go to fourth down. Fourth quarter. We'll be back. Third down on their own 5-yard line, and a long
25.
ways to go. 25 yards to get picked up another first. Miller will take that snap here momentarily, and Northern Valley in an all-out blitz is chasing him down, trying to get to him. Good evasion by him. Flipped up to for Peters. And, man, that play was going to work if they could have made the connection. Northern Valley sold out, and a great play by the quarterback to get away.
It looked like there was kind of just some indecision between which receiver he was trying to go to, because initially it kind of looked like it was going back to number 15, Dickerman there, but the receiver in front got his hands on it instead and just couldn't connect with either one.
So Peters in pump formation at the moment.
Trying to block this kick. He gets a good one off here. It's a really nice kick. Goes back to about the 34.
Another 40-yard bomb by Peters, trying to be all six-man punter, I believe.
There's a lot of teams that won't punt ever, but a lot of people don't have the ability to flip a field like Peters has twice in this one.
He's got 3 punts on the night, and I think he's averaging close to 40 yards.
Yeah, 2 of them have been excellent punts, and one of them was he was in the back of the end zone and didn't quite have the runway that he normally would get.
So Northern Valley to take over on their own 34-yard line. Same starters still out there. Cox, David, Preston, snap back to Tallheim. Tallheim looking and surveying, going deep. Nobody's around. Jason Cox And he caught it, and he fell on his face.
The turf monster comes up with the tackle there. But Jason with a great catch. Has he got a cramp?
I hope it's a cramp.
I hope it's just a cramp. It has to be just a cramp if someone's up there yanking his leg.
He was out in front of nobody trying to get to the end zone. That turf monster, you might want to kill him with the lawnmower next time. I know he caught me in the scrimmage. He caught Jason on this one.
The turf monster cannot be stopped.
He is ever present.
He has victims everywhere. The leading tackler in history.
In open, yeah, because he's been there every time. But a first down there on that good pass by Tallheim. Hit him in stride, by the way. And that's maybe what Tallheim needs to get off the board, too.
Well, that's what we're talking about with this Huskies team. When your center can go down and catch a 40-yard bomb.
So you make an interesting point here. Jason's been all the way snapping this ball. We'll see who they put into that.
Looks like Peyton David is going to be the new center for now.
So the snaps have been perfect all night long. Let's see how Peyton goes in his first attempt. Nice snap right here back to Tallheim. Into the middle, he's going to look for Brody Preston. Reaches up, Dawson Lee with a great defensive play, knocking it away from Northern Valley. Otherwise, Brody Preston has a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a good play by Dawson Lee, getting his paw on that one because, like you said, he was looking at another 6 points.
Nice ball by Tallheim. And we'll be staring at second down and 15 here for Northern Valley.
Yeah, you did make an interesting point. Northern Valley runs everything out of the shotgun there, and it's kind of it's one of those parts of the game you don't think about if it's going well. is how the snaps are.
You think about it as long as you don't think about it, right?
Might have got away with a little bit of a face mask there from number 33, but that was Charlie Phelps with the tackle. But Northern Kinderconnect doing another great job of fighting for that extra yardage after the initial contact once again.
Phelps, a 205-pound sophomore, big, thick kid. And just it took a lot more than what he thought to bring Nolan down, and that's been the thing. Nolan's gained yards after contact all evening long.
Yeah, he runs angry. I like to see it.
Flip back to Hansen. Surveys, let the blocks happen, and back in the backfield, he's tracked down by Peters, and a loss of a play for Northern Valley. Great play by Peters.
Huskies find themselves at another fourth down look here.
Are they going to try another field goal? It's in range.
Kind of deja vu from the last time, just on the opposite side of the field. This time they are not going to elect to kick, though. They are going to try to get to those sticks. But if you get to the sticks, you're getting into the end zone. There's about 2 feet between the pylon and the chain.
We're going to have movement in the backfield. I think he got Kinderconnect a little bit early. And so it'll be illegal motion.
Move them back 5 yards, and we'll see if they go back to the same play that they were about to run, or if this changes things for Coach Gebhard.
And it will change it up a little bit as he's going to bring in Gavin, and out goes Caden Lowry. So they can get a first down, but it's going to be tough to get a first down without scoring that touchdown. Like you said, Aim, they're going to spread wide. Kinderconnect high, Brody Preston low here in front of us, in the front of the home crowd. Snap back to Tallheim. We're going to run a reverse to Kinderconnect. He's looking to throw the ball now, and he's going to evade one. There's a flag on the field. Throwback wide open. 2 Huskies fight for it. They bring it down, but it's going to come back as they're going to get a blocking foul against Brody Preston. And one of the points of emphasis we talked about, I don't know if you caught it on camera, and maybe we'll catch it on the replay. I doubt it. It's blocking or tackling a defenseless player or somebody.
The blindside block.
The blindside block. The official will put his hands together.
He's got to be able to see you, or you've got to be able to get those hands extended or wrap around. Which is, that's a tough thing about the game of football right now, and it's evolving in ways to keep players safe so that they can play a lot longer. But that used to just be called a good block in pretty much everyone's era, and that's just a way you got to rethink how you kind of think about what a good block is and how to go about it.
Now we've had to rethink about. Oh, they're going to pick it up.
Interesting.
No wave it off.
When he threw the flag, I thought, yep, that's exactly what they're trying to avoid this year. But they're going to pick up the flag. I don't know which one of those boys for Green caught that ball over there. They were fighting over it a little bit.
Well, it was the two brothers, wasn't it?
I think it might have been.
So I think Big Brother Kenton's the one that came down with the ball at the end. But you know those two guys. I think that stat of who gets the touchdown is an after-the-fact thing. They just want those points.
No, you give it to the senior. Gavin's got plenty more to play. That's a touchdown catch for Kenton. You know,
he's the one usually throwing the touchdowns.
If I'm the one writing in the scorebook, there you go, buddy.
I think he did come down with it. That's who I'd give it to.
So as we're pending an extra point, looks like Tescott coach Damian Walker called a timeout. Wanted to talk to his boys. They blocked 2 of the last 2 kicking attempts here for Northern Valley. And this maybe give Coach Giphart an opportunity to talk to his blockers up front, saying get the job done.
Got to be a little bit more stout there. The kickers for the Huskies seem like they're feeling that pressure and kind of short-legging it a little bit.
And Owen Hammond looks to be lining up for this one again. He and Gavin have both tried some extra points here tonight. Owen has been more successful. Hanson's going to hold again, who's got the experience as the holder, and this one's hooked and gone by Owen, and that'll be no good.
That's the one aspect of the game that, we talk about athletes. Spoiler.
Ooh, that was close. Gavin will put his foot into that one. It'll drive it all the way through the end zone. It'll be a 15-yard start for the Trojans.
Harrison Butker impersonation gets it through the end zone.
That's all the Chiefs had last night.
I got a new mic, and it is hot, and you can pick up the crowd giving the Chiefs trouble. Hope Andy Reid's not watching this one here tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's doing.
Well, he might be picking something up.
He might be looking at the waiver wires and what wide receivers are going to pick up.
That's harsh. So you know what? This ball's right up the middle of Peters. A tackle down by Gavin Tallheim and Caden Lowry.
3-4 yard gain there from Peters.
You know, all this talent,
yards to get.
all of this talent on Northern Valley's sideline, and we forgot to mention so far tonight, there's been no Gabe Rudd here tonight.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And so I don't know what the story is on that one, but he hadn't been out there here tonight. Coming back in here, they're going to fake it, and now they're going to go to Dickerman on the right side. Now he's going to swing back, and now he's going to be into the open field.
Breaking that first arm tackle, getting down the sideline. A huge play here.
It's the longest run on the evening there for the Trojans. Going to be a first down after about a 20-yard gain.
Big gain will be enough for a first down for the Trojans. Right down on the play by Gavin Tallheim.
So it'll be first down on the Husky 39-yard line.
You appreciate that they're still hustling out there. They're still, and a late flag comes in. Had to think about that one. Are they going to say it was late hit out of bounds? Because one guy was looking like he was getting ready to throw it.
A dead ball. Personal foul.
Against.
Yeah, sideline warning on the Trojans.
Sideline warning against Tescott here.
Bring up first and 15.
I think maybe the coach over there thought that contact might have been a little late throwing down his running back there, James Dickerman, and wanted to let the ref hear about it.
No yardage gets marked off on that one. It'll be yardage on the next time around if there's another infraction. Lowry jumps off sides here, and it'll be a free 5 yards for the Trojans.
The hard count has worked against the Huskies for the most part tonight. They haven't been able to kind of capitalize after it happens in moving those chains, but it has been able to take some chunks there and give them some better looks.
Lowry and Peyton David across the front line now. Blitz coming. Here comes Cox into the middle. They get Peters on the sideline, and Gavin wraps him up after a 1-yard gain. Peters runs the ball hard. He just hasn't had much space here tonight.
No room to breathe. He's getting a lot of carries, and you can see the explosiveness out of the backfield when he goes, but he just can't get past that initial contact.
Bring up 2nd down and 8 yards to go. They'd like to get into the end zone as we're at 5:45 left to go in this game. And now they're going to swing wide, go off to the offside, and nobody's guarding Owen. And he's going to be in for the touchdown. Dawson Lee.
They finally connect on the big play for 6.
Let's rewatch that on the internet. The quarterback rolls against the grain, and a wonderful pass by Austin Miller finding Dawson Lee. Nobody home as he'll cross the goal line for 6 points. And the Trojans are going to line up here for the extra point. Are they going to kick or are they going to go? Looks like they're going to go for it here. You'll get 1 point if you run or throw the ball in to the end zone.
Maybe they got a Doug Flutie drop kicker.
Ooh, what do you get for drop kick? Is that still 4 points or 2 points?
Probably.
Well, I believe that's what it used to be. I don't know why we haven't tried it.
We got a flag on the play here.
I'm going to hit the replay button because I do not know what that flag was.
We were kind of out wide, and there was a mess of a lot of Huskies in there. Maybe someone got a little face mask. We'll see what it was.
Well, the official was right there on top of it.
Oh, they're looking at targeting on this one.
What? They don't have a replay booth.
Well, not looking at targeting, talking about it. Someone saw it.
So I missed the preliminary call. Did he give a preliminary signal? Personal foul.
So the call is targeting here. It's going to move them up half the distance to the goal, and they're going to get a try again.
Tescott will try again.
But so I don't know who it was on, though, but that is a personal foul, right?
It's a personal foul, but it's half the distance to the goal is all.
Right.
Because it's on the extra point. Nice move there by Peters. Going to find Dickerman into the corner for an extra point is good. Nice series of plays there by the Trojans.
Last weekend.
Did they return one?
Didn't Nolan return one?
I don't know. Apparently not.
You were here.
Yeah, but Gavin's going to carry 1, carry 2, carry 3.
I'll ask this one.
Gavin Callahan refusing to go down on the kickoff return.
Gavin picked up close to 7 or 8 on that return. First down on the 34-yard line. And it looks like the substitutions are coming in. Nope, I was wrong. I thought Kenton was coming off to the sideline, but he is not. .5:29 to play here in this fourth quarter action. Northern Valley in control. Going to go tight formation here. Kenner Connect off to the right-hand side of Tallheim. He'll get that quick handoff right up the middle. Good blocking by the interior of the line. And Kenner Connect's going to gain 5 yards on the play. He ran about 12.
He drifted back a little bit on that one. We talked about him putting his foot in the ground and kind of getting those extra yards. That was not one of those times. But trying to make something happen, yeah, he still got positive yardage on that.
I like the look of that interior of the line. If you want to zoom in on this one and give those big uglies up front here a shot.
The big uglies of six-man football.
That's right. See their point of contact here.
You're asking a lot. You're going to ask me to go close, and then you're going to ask me to go wide frame.
No, I'm just going to see right there. We're going to get a tight end shot here and see how they control this line of scrimmage. Owen Hammond here on the right side, Peyton David and Jason Cox across the middle. Good blocking there. It's going to free up. Hanson's going to run one over and truck another one for another 10 yards. First down on the 15-yard gain there by Hansen.
I think he gets, we talk about his speed and his finesse, but he can lay the boom if he gets out there and gets ahead of steam on somebody.
Clock. So Jeremiah Hansen's going to take a seat here. Northern Valley's gone with just a quick handoff here lately. I wonder if they're going to stick with it.
Knocking at the door there, 12 yards away from the end zone once again. Mishandles the snap, has to fall on it to keep it. It does stay with the Huskies, but that's all that Kenton Tallheim could do there without giving it up for a costly turnover, because Dickerman was right there in his pocket when he came up with that one.
Second and goal, 15-yard line. After the 5-yard loss on that bad snap. Strong left here. On the right side is Kinderknecht. Deep is Gavin Tallheim. Pitch back to Gavin. He's going to tuck it under that right arm and run.
That's it back inside for a 5-6 yard gain. Following big brother Kenton there doing the lead blocking. That's the cool thing about this Northern Valley offense is, when your quarterback is able to be your lead blocker, you got some dudes.
You got some dudes is right. Joey Stern on that nice tackle. Came up and filled from that safety position there. It's not something a guy wants to tackle, is a full head of steam of Gavin Tallheim, and he got him down. Third down. 7 yards to pay dirt.
Going to go strong left here from the Huskies.
Snap back, handoff to Kinderknecht.
Another
Pitches
shovel
forward
pass
and wrapped up. Smart play by Peters. Contains that one. It's going to be fourth down and 5 yards.
4th and 5, here we go.
Quarterback Tallheim, short gain on the play. Bring up 4th and goal from the 5.
Looking to the sideline to get their play call, and they see it here. Kenton laboring a little bit.
So
he was the one that got that shovel pass. Might have got maybe a Charlie horse or twisted up some when Peters gobbled him up there after the game.
all right. I want to – oh, they're not going to do what I was going to say, so now I got to keep it quiet. Now he's going to call timeout. Now he gets to call what I'm calling from the headset. I'm going to go Kinderknecht out left. We're going to reverse to him. He has the option to throw.
You got faith in KU? Well, that's good because they're winning.
No. Fourth down. Tight formation here for the Huskies. See if Tescott can put 2 stops together.
They're not going to run your
Quick
play.
reverse. Now they'll reverse it to Brody Preston. He's trying to get to the edge, and he is cut down just short. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Congratulations to the Tescott Trojans twice in a row.
I had to listen to your call there. I couldn't see it. I was looking over.
Oh, I was kind of in
Then
the way,
you
wasn't I?
the screen. Hey, it's all good. You did a nice job painting the picture for me beautifully.
Take some pride and hold them. Let's go.
So, nice stop here late in the game from the Tescott Trojans. Bending, but not breaking on defense. Now they find themselves backs against the wall again. And you know those linebackers and those D linemen for the Huskies smell that blood in the water. You can come back over here.
Yeah, I'm good. And one of the things that we had yet to mention here is the Huskies going to get a safety as Jason Cox met Peters at the line.
Short, just at the 3-inch line.
They'll try it again.
Forward progress.
This is where Andrew Henneke would help. He's a big kid who's over there. He's dealing with a little bit of a knee injury. He looked at me. I said, why aren't you playing? He says, maybe next week. He'll get cleared and ready to go, and he'll make a big impact on this Tescott team. Let's see if Northern Valley blitzes here off the edge. Again, they're going to go up the middle.
Nice little move there by Dickerman to cut that one up and get, that space wasn't there, but he still got some of it.
Down on the play by
It doesn't look like a lot, but it gives them some wiggle room with now 3rd and 12.
Peyton ripped him down from behind. Very active defensive lineman.
Watch the pass. Let's go.
We'll see if they can find Dawson Lee here open. It worked so well the last time out. They ran a flood here to the right side. Miller's going to be back to pass, and he'll flip it up in front, and it's going to be completed for a first down to number 23. First time I'm going to talk. Gipp is named here tonight. Gipp completes that pass, and it'll be first down Trojans on the 21-yard line.
And it can be hard when you've played an entire game and your number hasn't been called yet, and getting it called late in the game and coming up with a play, that's good on him.
Eli, 144-pound junior is what it says on the program. He'll split wide here to the near side, along with Dawson Lee and Dickerman.
Back in that trip set, they look for the ball here. They do find Dawson Lee over the top, out of bounds. 20 seconds left in this one, and they're trying to put another score on the board. It's obviously there's not going to be a 33-point touchdown, but you love to see these guys still playing and not giving up on this game. They started slow out of the gates. Huskies exploded out of the gates early on in this one, but since then, it's been a much closer game, probably what we thought it was going to be coming into this one. But, man, the Huskies got out on those 3 scores and just really never looked back. It gave them that wiggle room that they needed.
Maybe one of the last plays of the night here for Tescott. See if they're going to come in motion, and they do. Peters across the formation. Peyton David got away from him, and Gavin did not. Oh.
That's what they're calling targeting?
Welcome to football. Let's go.
So they call helmet to helmet again on Gavin Tallheim there. We could not see the first one. I got a better view of that one. You're not going to have time to get back to it on your replay, though. It's tough early in this season. They talk about all the rules that they want to emphasize over the offseason and before you start the year. And things that they're looking for, and sometimes there's an adjustment period where maybe there's a little bit of overcorrection to the undercorrection from last year, and things need to just kind of normalize out. But that's a tough call and tough break on Gavin Tallheim right now.
Well, he's doing what the Stripes is doing what Case has asked him to do, though.
Yeah, it's like I said, they're put in a hard position.
And that will be the game. This game is come to the complete over. We've got a little bit of ruckus after the play.
John on the sidelines there.
And I don't know what they're going to go, but Northern Valley's going to win this one 40-7.
It's unnecessary regardless. You don't need that at the end of the
game. You don't have an untimed. Maybe you do.
That's just one of those moves right there where if you're Northern Valley, you need to stay composed and you need to just relax. You know you've got this game in the bag, and you do not need to come in there and jaw at the end of a game.
Again, what they called was a sideline warning because Tallheim was right here, pumped up as his teammates drilled him on the sideline. And we are going to have another untimed down, but
just want to keep it clean as they finish out this game.
Come on, Green, hold them. They don't like football. Let's go.
Just got to run one last play on the 22-yard line.
they're going to go trips to the far side. Northern Valley crowd gets behind him. Ball's going deep, and it's going to be knocked away by the senior Nolan Kinderknecht, and there it's going to put a bow on this one. 40-7, Northern Valley wins this one, going away over a ranked opponent here tonight, and the Tescott Trojans and their senior season.
There's that revenge you were talking about.
Revenging the 1-point loss in Tescott last
Trying
year.
to make a statement throughout the six-man football land with the win over the number 5 Trojans.
With that being said, we don't have any stats here tonight. Our statistician got elevated to PA announcer.
Moving up in the world.
So
it is really hard for you and me to do it. So
we didn't even try. There's a lot of stats when it comes to a 6-man game.
Right.
But want to encourage you to join us tomorrow morning with the Northern Valley girls volleyball team, as there's volleyball tournaments all over the place. Open Spaces will be there to cover not only that tournament in Trigo, but some others, as well as high school football each and every Friday night. And there's nothing better than Open Spaces Sports broadcasting Western Kansas football, volleyball, track, basketball, anything you can think of, we'll broadcast it because we care about these kids out here, and so do you as sponsors, and we want to say thank you. And look at that right there as the teams circle up and pray in the middle of our field. Something we can do out here that shows the quality kids that we raise out here. Hats off to the Tescott boys. I know you got a long ride home, but good luck to you the rest of the season. Northern Valley is going to keep their nose to the grind, and these boys have a dream of a state championship. They want a banner. They want a picture. They want to be remembered as the best 6-man team so far to play here at Northern Valley.
Yeah, they've got the horses to do it. It starts with these last 2 games, but you know Coach Gebhardt is saying every week you just want to go 1-0, and next week when they take on Ingalls, that's their goal. You want that apex of it, but you just got to also focus on the here and now and the opponent in front of you. So I'm excited for that game. I'm excited that we get to bring it to you guys, and man, I'm just excited football's back.
It is great. There's nothing better than football in our high schools. I know that they're trying to slow it down and maybe not make it quite as violent. They're trying to do it in the other leagues as well. It's just going to take an adjustment period for everybody to get through it, but it's the best we got. So we're going to play football if we can play football. That's why we're playing 6-man, you know. Otherwise, we'd have folded up, but we got enough pride here that we're going to continue to play. If we got to play 6-man, I don't know if they got anything less than that, though.
I don't know. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But, 6-man is growing throughout the state of Kansas. It's cool that Acacia is recognized as Acacia-sanctioned playoff here, and there's a lot of teams.
Is it 32 teams?
Yeah, I think they have 4 divisions now. It's the North, South, East, and West. So when we first went down, I think there was like 10. So it's growing, and you just love to see that kids are still able to play the sport of football. You and I both love it so much, and they do too.
Well, you heard the sponsors as we talked about them throughout the game. Make sure you tell them thank you, as they do make it happen for us here at Open Spaces Sports. And for that, Aim Baird and Clint Cox, we're going to be signing off here, and we'll be back with you all season long here at Open Spaces Sports. And until next time, God bless.